Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Daily Casts. I'm Ed. Thanks ever so much for joining. Let me change the screen so you can see me and Aki. I hope you're all well. Good evening, and our link ping. Thanks for joining. As you can see, I'm in my PJs today. I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself. Z-Bag, good evening. I got the vaccine yesterday, and about 12 o'clock I was shivering in bed. Didn't sleep till about 5 o'clock, and then I slept through till 3 o'clock. Grim, good evening. I'm feeling a lot better now. Yeah, that's right, Sanjay, we've got Aki. I'm feeling better now. I've just had a bath. Got a cup of green tea here. Shout out to Shanadin EDI for the lovely grub bug mug that I've got. I'm feeling ready to talk a little bit of scoops. So my guest today is someone well known in the community, not someone I've spoken to before. But I reached out. I was keen to have Aki on the stream. So Aki, good evening.
Hi.
Hey. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Aki, what do you do in the Netrunner world?
Like, in general or for Nice? Or...
I mean, both.
Okay, so in general, I run most of the events that happen in York. Not all the events now. I have ran events in the UK on national level before, which is probably when I started becoming well known. I managed the UK Netrunners Facebook group, and I was the online organised play coordinator for Nice up until the end of Worlds this year, where I switched roles to the prize coordinator. So that means I choose what goes in the kits.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's more involved with that. I also contact artists and commission the art for the kits.
Yeah, so example would be the Limes set. Is that right?
So that entire thing was sort of my brainstorm, because I liked when FFG did the championship full bleed decks, and obviously we can't do that because we can't use FFG art, and we don't have the budget to recommission art for like 80 cards.
Yeah.
So I was like, we have this art for these cards, can we do full bleeds with them? And if the champion's up for it, get them to send a signature and I'll put it on the cards. And we went with it, and it seemed relatively well received.
Yeah, I don't know what the sales numbers have been like, but certainly in my local area we've been waiting for Gateway to come out, and then everyone's getting the pack tagged on to Gateway and update.
I imagine that would be the case as well.
Yeah, but I think there'll be a surge of people buying it in about 2-3 weeks' time. Giles, good morning, Giles. Happy Monday from the future. Next week, everyone, is APAC week. 4 of my guests are from the APAC region. Something to look forward to. So I'll be speaking to people in the future all next week. So talking about your role in Nice, and we were just having this conversation before we dropped online. That's right, Sanjay, I've got Whiteblade tomorrow. Joined by Xeroth Maxima and potentially double bonus special guest Drill Runner. Post went out today for the 2021 recruitment drive from Ren. If you haven't had a chance to read this, quite a few roles open at the moment, including your old job, Aki.
Yeah, the online events coordinator.
Is there currently an OP coordinator for the UK?
It's Serenity filling in the meantime, but up until a certain event that happened at the beginning of this year, the UK stuff was still done by the Europe coordinator.
Yeah.
But to try and cut down on the new custom fees, we've decided to appoint a regional coordinator for the UK as well, I believe.
I think that makes sense. Any other highlight jobs here? Yeah, that's right. I've got a VTuber on this evening. Very, very cool. Very kindly joined me. Obviously, the big story here is Nisei looking for a new president. I don't know what it takes to be president of Nisei. Perhaps it's explained here.
I gone through this and the description seemed pretty accurate.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether there'll be a huge influx of like 100 people who want to, why is Worm not reprinted in Gateway? Let's go. Versus people that like, this is my perfect job because I love numbers and I love money and I love looking after spreadsheets and stuff. And I think you probably get everything in between as well. I just wonder if people will be put off thinking they won't get the job. I don't know. It's interesting. I suppose it's going to take a certain person to take that role. Interesting to see what direction that role's taken. And obviously, the other big news is the creative director is now split into 2 roles, I believe, into visual director and writing director. Which seems wise, to be honest, because they are 2 very different areas. You can write a story.
Yeah, and it was a lot of work for one person in the old role, I think.
For sure. Wern, are we running the net in here? We are. We're discussing the Scoops season. Thanks for joining. I've got Aki on. She's the organised play. What is the proper word? The tournament prize director?
Prize coordinator is what I tend to tell artists when I commission them, but
yeah,
I'm actually not sure what my official title is.
You need to get that nailed down. Get your contract signed, Aki.
Yeah.
Rask, good evening as well. Rask, everyone, if you are looking for some actual Netrunner content rather than me rambling with my friends, Rask every Monday does play Netrunner. SCD, good evening as well. And Ginevra, one of my guests from next week, Ginevra, good evening as well. Yes, a great article. The thing I always highlight, it's got right down to the bottom here. It says, playtesters. We are always looking for playtesters. Banlist testers do not have to be highly competitive. Don't feel that you have to be top 4 at Worlds to be a playtester. Sometimes you just need numbers of games, and it's worth noting that Netrunner isn't just a game designed for the top 16 cut at Worlds. It's designed for a wide variety of skills. And both good players and bad players and average players are all welcome because their input is very important. So don't be put off. It's great fun. You get to see stuff in the future. You get to shape the meta with banlist testing. I would recommend everyone applying if you find you have the time and willpower. So that's it for me on recruitment. Is there anything else you wanted to highlight there?
Just if you think you fit one of the roles, apply for it. Don't be... I guess the worst that will happen is you won't get picked, but you also won't get picked if you don't apply.
Yeah, sure.
And I don't know how this one's working, but I know the one where I got in originally, I actually applied for a different role than I ended up getting. So even if you don't get something you apply for, you could still be considered for other things.
Yeah.
Also,
fair point.
Yeah. Also, if you have free time and into playtesting, it's very rewarding to do, because I playtested Downfall quite heavily, and it was really fun and rewarding to see the feedback get acted on, and rewarding to be proven wrong on some things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think it was Uprising. I think after Uprising got finalized, I said that Engram Flush was a bad card.
Wow,
I was wrong there.
Wow. Well, Boomerang just runs through it, doesn't it? So, certified bad. Yeah. But no, of course, and then equally, I believe, what's the Climatic Showdown? People thought that was going to be absolutely nuts, didn't they?
Yeah, I actually tested that quite a lot in Downfall, and it got tweaked towards the end, but people are like, oh, this is really strong, and we'll see one of in a lot of decks, and I think I've only ever seen it when I put it in at the start when Downfall was released, then promptly took it out.
Yeah, funny, isn't it? Yeah, so playtesting, and as you said, your old job's up there as well, the online events coordinator. If you enjoy organising events online and you want to be in charge of that huge Nisei Discord online event hub, that's the role for you.
Yeah, so when we hire someone for that, I'll be handing off the keys to that Discord and I guess debriefing them slightly on how it's set up and what all the bots on it do, because we have one for a timer, one that spams Twitch links and stuff. But once they get it, they're free to tweak it and remodel it how they see fit. Also, like, when you're running events online, you won't just be, it won't all fall on their shoulders. Like, the rest of OP, time permitting, will be there to help, because I never solo ran the big events.
No, of course. I mean, running Worlds over 3 days would have been nightmarish for one person.
I don't even think I took the lead on Worlds, although I did say I'd do both the registration for both days of Worlds without taking into account that because of the time zone difference, that was not very much time between the two events.
No. How much did you sleep over that weekend? Did you sleep?
Well, I didn't sleep until the cup. I was gonna go to sleep, and then Cobra crashed, and I got an emergency call to help try to fix that.
Yeah.
Not that it's me who fixes it, but like, as in help. Not have the data disappear.
Yeah. Well, if you want to be not sleeping for 48 hours over a weekend on your time off for free, apply. Giles, I'm totally going to apply. I have the spare time, 100%. Awesome, nice one, Giles. Shall we go through to Scoop for the day? It was just the one today. We were going to talk about play materials and stuff, weren't we? Encounters and whatever else will be revealed later in the week. Unfortunately, that article's been delayed for those of you that were looking forward to that today. Unforeseen circumstances. I believe it's coming out next Sunday now. Don't hold me on that, but that's what I've been told, I think. But we did have a scoop today, nonetheless. Mutual Favour. It looks quite similar to something we already know. So Mutual Favour is a zero-cost event. Search your stack for one icebreaker program and reveal it. Shuffle your stack after searching. If you made a successful run this turn, you may install it. Otherwise, add it to your grip. The real reward is the friends you make along the way. Wonderful. 3 influence. Worth noting, a couple of people today said, do you pay when you install it? Yes, that's a change to Nisei wording. If it doesn't say, then you pay, is the simple answer. If it doesn't say paying all costs, you pay all costs. Algebraic, good evening, thanks for joining. What do you two think of the spelling of favour rather than favour with a U? I think it's incorrect and it's a typo. I believe that would probably be under the writing director's remit, and I may, as a result, off the back of that and labour rights, apply for that role. I'm pretty sick of the anti-UK bias on spelling, and something's got to be done about it. That's my hot take. What do you think, Aki? It's a good card, isn't it?
Yeah. It's spec order that costs less and installs it as well. I like that it rewards you for being on early pressure in a way that's not just, hey, you get to access extra cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's the potential, I don't know, say like turn 1 Dirty Laundry, Mutual Favour for Ngolo. You know, there's click 2 and you've got an Ngolo out, and you know, you're putting on the pressure straight away. Yeah, amongst other things. I think it's pretty great. I don't think adding an extra influence pip is going to be like super balancing versus it costing 1 less and giving you an install. Rask saying there's a bit of a risk involved if things are iced up and you want to use it to find breaker you need. I think Algebraic said to me earlier, quite a nice little synergy with Juice's Wild, where you can expose a piece of ice, make your run, and then use Mutual Favour after, and you know which breaker you're going to need to find. So that's something to think about. Mr. Cowboy saying, "Oh, sorry, no, please."
I was going to say, if everything's iced up, you can just use it as a special order anyway.
Yeah.
You don't need to make the run to search.
No.
It's just if you can make the run first, it's more value.
Yeah. Potentially, do you think Ashiko might port this?
Possibly. I mean, I'm not sure what Hashiko looks like these days.
Yeah, I don't know what influence is like. I suppose waiting to see what basic resources we get. But no, obviously Hashiko likes running early, is kind of okay with running empty archives time to time.
Yeah, but unless they've changed drastically, most Anarch decks use the bin breakers, so
yeah,
having it installed from your deck isn't.
No, of course.
Great.
Yeah, no. I've been
drawing it and discarding it.
I think I've been on Ngolo, Omkar and Bogota and Paperclip, obviously. But that's not necessarily good. I was thinking where I put it in Ashiko.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, probably still prefer SMC over this. Yeah, I was playing SMC in that Hush deck. Yeah, SCD saying the art on this is great as well. It's super, super good. And I Ren was saying it's like her dream hairstyle on the right there.
Yeah, I like all of David's art.
Yeah.
Like I think the art in Jailbreak, which got spoiled last week, is just really good.
Yeah, it's certainly. I like the fact that the artists certainly have very unique styles. There's not a style for Nisei cards. You can pick out the artists quite easily, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Also, as chat asked, does this replace Special Order?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe we announced that. Well, It was in an early article we said Special Order will be reprinted. Then I'm pretty sure later on we corrected that.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say. So originally Gateway was going to contain Hedge Fund, Sure Gamble,
Spec Order and C-Source.
Spec Order and C-Source, yeah. And then C-Source, obviously we've seen the reprint of C-Source with the new wording, and Mutual Favour, the same Spec Order reprint. And I prefer this. I prefer that, although it's definitely power crept over Special Order. I'm totally okay with changing the card's text and making it different and unique. I think it's interesting. Even Swery Princess and even Green Haggle. Versus just doing reprints of Nisei cards of FFG cards directly. I just think it's a bit more interesting, even if it's a little bit stronger, arguably. Anything else with Mutual Favour, Aki? Is there anywhere unusual, wacky that you might see this? Do you think Adam might want another 3 tutor cards, 3 emergent creativity and 3 mutual favours?
I've played a lot of Adam. I think the emergent creativities are more than enough. And the fact that he intrinsically draws every turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and 3 influence is a lot in Adam as well, really.
Yeah.
We've got the Adam card already. We've had Jailbreak. I can't ask for anything else. So then we moved on to, in the article, the outline, maybe for the memes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, now that Easy Mark's gone, I need to find something else in blue to import into Adam. So then we got the lineup for next week. Very exciting. So community spoiler week. A quick note to everyone who's listening, and please pass this on. Community content creators work very hard. They do it for the love of the game, to create content for everyone else in the game. The idea of the spoiler week is to direct people who hadn't been to these places. For example, I'm awful and I've never listened to Kitchen Table Netrunner, which is bad, I know, and I've apologised to them. But I'll be going on Wednesday and listening, and it draws people in. I think it's quite rude, I would say, if people just snip the cards and post them elsewhere on Slack, on Discord, on Facebook, or on Twitter. Obviously, we can talk about the cards. Obviously, we can have a discussion about them all. But let's not snip the cards. Send people over. You've got these awesome content creators, and it'd be nice to see them getting more people into their great work. Yeah, that's a little public service announcement from me. I'll be deleting stuff if I see it on Discord. That's what I'm saying, really. Serious Ed, it happens once in a while. So tomorrow we got Xerath Maxima and Whiteblade joined by Zoe on the ShadowNet. Then later they'll be joining myself on this, and hopefully we'll be able to talk a little bit about the ShadowNet. And Tuesday we've got one of my favourite streams, Sansan. If you haven't checked it out before, comedy stream. It's great, thoroughly entertaining. So links are all here as well for everyone. Go and check. Wednesday got Kitchen Table Netrunner, which I will be tuning in for and apologising. Andre's doing a little teaser video for Thursday's live stream. We're staying up late on Thursday night for Andre's stream on the Metropole grid. Friday we've got the Slums cast, joined by June, talking about Jinteki, which I think a lot of people are looking forward to in particular. There's obviously going to be some replacement cards after what's been rotated out in System Update. That's really one to listen out for. Saturday, old friends joining, Jesse Marshall and Jess Horrig. Winning Agenda coming back, talking about NBN cards. And Semi-Co-op might be out to get you. Keep an eye on their Twitter for some scoops. I don't know Semi-Co-op. Aki, do you know Semi-Co-op?
I only know them of the comics they've released that were Netrunner themed back in the day.
Oh, is that them?
Yeah.
I know the ones. Yeah. Oh, cool.
There's like two characters which I think were based off the authors. Yeah. And the one I always remember is the one where they go tag your it, and then the next panel is the scorched earth.
Yeah, another one. That's really cool. Oh, okay. I didn't. I read it and I was like, I need to ask someone about that. I know exactly. Oh, cool. That's going to be really fun on Saturday. And then Sunday is Code Marvelous Day. Doing the Anarch cards, which I think again a lot of people are looking out for some strong Anarch cards. Potentially feel a bit hard done by so far in the Anarch faction. I don't think people will be disappointed. And Sunday's a day to see that on Code Marvelous' stream. Welcome him back to streaming, and then returning a week later with a video teaching a new player how to use the starter decks, which again is going to be really cool to watch out for. Also during the week, the top 4 finalists, Limes, TF34, Shoe and Dumbrick, have each been given a card to spoil, and they're going to be doing that some way, somehow. I know Shoe's done a little bit of work on what she's doing for that. But yeah, I don't know where we'll be seeing that. I'm sure people will be keeping their eyes out on the Nisei social media feeds. Aki, I'm sure you know a little bit more than I do about these things.
I don't actually. I know a little bit about what Shu's done, but that's it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something I'm looking forward to if it's what I think it is. Moreover, we hear that some cards may have been purloined by high-ranking executives from Wayland and HB. And we would urge everyone to keep tabs on their HQs to see if we might steal them back. That feels quite cryptic. I don't know what purloined means.
I think if you, I think the links take you places. I think one of them takes you to Drill Runner.
Oh, not
account.
Drill Runner. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And HB. What's that? HB.
Yeah.
And this is GLC. Yeah, it's us. We're spoiling a card over on GLC. We've had about 50 people join in the last hour and a half. Weird. Drill had Viarcation card. So I think that's coming out tomorrow on the ShadowNet. Well, a one cost event. We don't know anything else other than the art's really cool. And we're spoiling a card tomorrow as well. More on that tomorrow. What are you looking forward to in particular from next week?
Me. I'm good friends with Jess, and so I'm looking forward to their stream. She's on Saturday. Podcast.
Yeah. Coming out on Saturday.
Yeah. Just all of it, mainly. I also not sure what cards they're spoiling because I don't know pretty much.
Yeah, other than ShadowNet, I don't know what cards everyone else has at all. So it'll be very exciting. Lots to talk about. And one thing, just for my stream followers, I'll be lagging a couple of days. So obviously I've got ShadowNet gang tomorrow. I don't know if they want to talk about the cards or not. Have a chat with them beforehand. Tuesday, I'm probably going to take a day off for a variety of different reasons. I kind of need the evening. And then Wednesday, I've got Dis joining me, talking about the creative process, currently filling in as creative director. So that'll be a really interesting one. And then we'll start from Thursday looking at what's happened on Monday. And so just to give the streams and stuff a little bit of a chance to get the information out there. So don't tune in to me for the hot takes because you won't be getting them next week. What else did you want to talk about, Aki? Was there anything else? Did anyone in the chat want to talk about anything? Ed, you need to drop the spoiler tomorrow at 12 p.m. Tepid takes. Yeah, they're lukewarm at best. Left out in the sun for 3 days, I think is what it's going to be. And even more interestingly, in Australia, obviously it's the future. It's a day in the future, and in New Zealand it's a day in the future. So it'll be 4 days. What else? Yeah, check out Kitchen Table Netrunner. Yeah, I know. I will do. Promise. I think I'm going to leave it there then, Aki, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk about. Oh, yes there was. Yes there was. Speculate on what Viarcation does. Typical, you're starting Scoop Session back on the evening I'm streaming. RC, you're the one that told me to delay it, so I'll learn how to rage channel. I wanted to talk about the upcoming tournaments with you.
Oh yeah.
So I know Graham's got one coming up.
Yeah, Graham's just tonight actually done a poll to delay it because he thinks the timing of a week before Gateway for a big charity event was bad.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, I'm glad I've got that hot scoop.
So I think it's going to be end of April now.
Great.
Me and Raina, who's a member of OP in Europe, sent him a big box of cards, one of those old deck boxes you used to get from FFG events, full of cards for it. So there's some good prizes for it.
Yeah, Graham famously incredible prizes, probably some of the best prizes you can get in the game anywhere across the world. And it's for charity as well.
It's for Greenpeace, I think he said. That sounds right.
Okay. Brilliant. So that's one to look out for at the end of April. If you're not coming over to Always Be Running to check out what's going on, what are you doing with your lives, everyone, make sure you keep an eye on Always Be Running. You never know, there might be something that piques your interest. Ren's got 2 tournaments coming up. I believe she's organising Chatteris and Stevenage.
Yeah.
Currently says their Salvage Memory card pool. I don't know whether that will be System Gateway or Salvage Memories.
I think Necro's only just put System Gateway legality on, so I imagine when she posted them, the latest one you could put in is Salvage Memories.
Yeah, that makes sense. So potentially 2 store championships, maybe the first 2 store championships. Change it tomorrow, yeah, perfect. So the first 2 store championships with System Gateway, they could be absolutely wild. Well worth checking those out. Other ones, we're running a Gateway tournament. It'll be 1 game a week over on GLC. So asynchronous, 1 game a week. Organise it with your partner each week. It'll probably be 4 rounds. Aki, are we still running off the old kit, SC kit?
Yeah.
When is the 2021 Store Championship kit due out? Putting you on the spot.
Yeah. Hopefully soon.
Can we get... I'm going to put the pressure on here, Aki.
I think that's all I can say.
I mean, is it soon next week or is it soon this year?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Also worth noting, where was it? Sengrin is running a single-sided Swiss tournament, startup, here, organising it through the Discord. That's running after the Stevenage champs, I think. And if you're new to the game and you're worried about deck building and stuff, then the playtesters, while they've been off work for the last couple of weeks, have built a sets of startup decks. So you can just turn up and say, can you give me a couple of decks, please? And decks are ready to go. So that should be super chilled out. A non-threatening way into competitive Netrunner. I know I'm certainly going to be playing that. I'll probably be playing games all day that day, which should be really good fun. And single-sided Swiss, so you get to play a wide variety of people as well.
I saw there was an event using the dual decks as well.
That's right. I think that's us on Green Level Clearance, the asynchronous Gateway tournament. It's just the dual decks. We are just running the pre-built learning decks, the beginner decks. It is a complete test of skill. Everyone's going to be on the same decks. It'd be really interesting to see. The top prize is a Gateway starter box. If you've bought it already, it's a gift you can give out to a friend and get them into Netrunner as well. Registration's free. We're accepting donations just to pay for the prize fund and to stick into it'll be the 30 card decks, yeah. And just to stick into our future war chest, because we try and keep all our tournaments free. So just for our prize support in the future. So one to check out, definitely, because that's just 1 game a week. If you find it's a little bit difficult to sit in front of a screen for the day, that's something you can do instead. Cool.
I'm hoping to run events when Gateway drops as well, due to old prize support slowly taking over my room.
Have you posted out the Worlds stuff yet?
That's not on me. That's on Serenity.
That's all on Ren, is it? Okay. So is there potential for a tournament where it's a variety of different Store Championship kits mixed into one, or are you still just going to be rolling out the 2020 kits? Yes.
What, me?
Yeah.
I don't have any 2020 kits left. I used all of mine.
Fantastic.
Organizers can mix kits if they want. Because
Cool.
you can, well, yeah.
Look out for IPOs.
So I have about 300 of those, which I think I said I was going to mail to Ian Witt as a joke because he has
just
bricks of them.
he posted me 15 of them, I think. I didn't even ask for them. Just turned up one day. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I asked you to send me a big box Serenity. I didn't expect there to be 300 Marilyn campaigns in that box.
I don't think I've got Marilyn campaign. Cool. Thanks everyone for joining this evening. Hopefully I'll be more dressed tomorrow. A little bit less tartan. Aki, thanks ever so much for joining. And I hope everyone has a lovely rest of the evening. And join us next week for Community Week. Bye everyone. And take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.